Well, from all this, let's bring in Arise's political editor and director of news, Sumner Sambo, who joins me in the studio. Good to see you.
Thank you so much,
Sumner. Just tell us more about the grounds on which INEC is challenging the petitions against the conduct of the elections.
Yes, you know, with the petitions by these petitioners, the onus is on INEC to prove that it conducted the election creditably. For it to actually arrive at a decision that it conducted the election credibly, it had to put out a position, and this is what you could hear from INEC saying that, first of all, the controversial issues of the IREV and the BVAS, that the BVAS election machine was not meant to transmit electronic results, electronically, that it wasn't meant for collation of results, including the results viewing portal, which is known as IREV. Yes, that it was just supposed to have been meant for accreditation, and then, of course, you snap and then you send, and so that the results are not supposed to be in real time. And when you see what the INEC Council tried to do, when he looked at the response by the petitioners saying that, look, INEC chairman himself had gone ahead to assure the nation over and over that the results will be transmitted in real time and all of that. Suddenly, in this response by INEC, we're hearing the INEC Council saying that, no, it was just to reassure the nation that there's an electronic organization of the election, and that the elections will be held digitally in such a way that people can go and view the results, but that the results are not supposed to be in real time. And then, surprisingly, they also kicked against Peter Obi's entire petition, dismissing it, that Peter Obi was not legally qualified to have participated in the election, so that the election petition tribunal should not even take a look at the Labour Party's, his own petition, because they said he was still a member of the PDP.
Right. So why did they let him take part in the?
Because they are claiming, in a controversial manner, that Peter Obi was still a member of the PDP when he moved into, the Labour Party. Precisely on May 20th last year, Peter Obi had written to the PDP saying that he had left the party. But they are claiming that his name was still in the membership of the PDP register, and that the Labour Party's register submitted to INEC as at then did not include Peter Obi's name. But this same issue had gone to the court, where the court discharged that, and the Court of Appeal said that he was right to have taken part in the election. So I don't understand the perspective that INEC is coming from. But also some of the claims that they've gone ahead to say that Atiku Abubakar was overreaching himself when he said that about 51,000 polling units across the country, that there were areas of controversy, that some of those results, which he claimed should have been declared inconclusive, went ahead to have been declared, that it ought not to have been so, that Atiku Abubakar was, overreaching himself by going ahead to talk on all of that. So you see, it's a bit controversial, and they are being dismissive of some of these things. And of course, you know that there are other critical aspects, like, for example, Bola Tinubu's drug allegations here and there. And then, of course, you also have the other aspects of the 25% in FCT or not. INEC went ahead to say that FCT is deemed to be the 37th state of the Federation.
Right, that's the Federal Capital Territory.
Yeah, the Federal Capital Territory. And then, on the other hand, it goes on to say that it is only during elections that it's deemed to be the 37th state of the country when one of the candidates is unable to get other states. But if he has 23 states and then maybe FCT, then he or she can go ahead to be declared. So there are lots of controversies, and it's left for the judges to be able to give us a proper understanding of what the law says, not what INEC thinks.
And very briefly, Sumner, of course, INEC is in the difficult position of having to defend itself and its conduct of the ballot. And some lawyers have suggested that it would be better for justice if INEC were not a defendant.
Yes, if the Uwe's reports on the Electoral Reforms Committee had been, fully implemented, it would have been so. But in this instance, INEC would have to come and defend itself, because, I mean, that's what the petitioners actually asking for. Because the onus is on INEC to let the nation know that they actually, conducted the election based on what they had said that they would do. And this is what they are telling us right now, that they conducted the election credibly, and that the candidate that they declared, who happens to be the APC's presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, substantially fulfilled the provisions of the law by winning 29 states, and that he didn't need to win the FCT because what the law intended was for someone to have 25% in 24 states, and not necessarily FCT.
Right.
The FCT is not, that's the nation's capital, is not a super state, and it doesn't have a veto power. Well, it's left for the judges to interpret it.
Sumner, thank you very much indeed.